in a fight at Cumbie on a hippie trailhead full of zombies.
Let's go, baby. Welcome to episode number 4 of Guys Being Dudes. Number three of Guys Being Dudes. So, we're gonna start off. I went 6-8 in our weekly picks last week. Nikki, 4-10. So, it's safe to say whoever we pick, do not bet on that team because
Yes, that's fair
most
enough.
likely we will be wrong. But let's jump right into the games. Highlight of the week, in my opinion, Baker Mayfield goes into Oakland, threw for 295 yards, 4 turnovers, and everyone's saying Baker Mayfield had a good week. And no, he did not.
I think that he had a good week because at the end of the day, he still put up 42 points. It's a lot,
Yeah,
especially for the Browns. But in all honesty, like you can't come into Oakland swinging and
You
then
can't
lose to
say-
John Gruden's Raiders.
I mean, if you're a Browns fan, you have such low expectations.
Yeah.
So 4 turnovers, they were okay with that.
I
mean,
would
you have
be
to
okay
say
with
it for how
that.
you see it. 4 turnovers is not a good game. I don't care how many yards you throw. Derek Carr threw for like 400-something yards yesterday, and no one's talking about that. Baker Mayfield's like, everyone's like, Baker Mayfield had such a good game. 4 turnovers, if that's my quarterback, not on my watch. 4 turnovers does not win you a game.
I would be more upset. What kind of turnovers were they? Were they
2 interceptions, 1 pick six. Two interceptions. One of them was a pick 6 and 2 fumbles.
Was it off of like a sack? Like
I think one of them was. I don't know about I didn't see. But I know the pick 6. Everyone's pointing fingers, but at the end of the day, it always goes back to your quarterback.
I'm like, if that's only if the Giants win. If Eli threw 2 interceptions, I would be okay. I would be pissed if there was a what's it called, a pick 6. But
He threw 1 pick in the
yeah.
4th quarter
Yeah.
where it was just the dumbest thing I've ever seen. He literally just dropped back, and honestly all they had to do was get in field goal range and they win, and he just chucked it.
yeah,
But it's safe to say the culture in Cleveland's changing a little bit. I think Jarvis Landry is a big part of that because he like you saw it in Hard Knocks. He makes it uncomfortable for them to be losing, and so like having Jarvis really enhances their team and the whole culture they're building there.
yeah.
All right, moving forward, we got the Colts and the Texans. Texans pick up their first win of the season. We had the Colts winning. I think both of us had the Colts winning.
Yeah.
And Andrew Luck balled out 464 yards and 4 touchdowns in a loss, which is rare. But the controversy about that game, of course, was the way it ended. The Colts going for it on 4th down. But I like the move. I think that sometimes you have to go for it. You got to risk it for the biscuit,
Yeah.
you know? And it's like that in life. You see it in politics, Donald Trump won the election because he was aggressive. You see it in the everyday world where kids, you got to ask out the hot girl. You got to ask out the pretty girl.
Yeah.
She may laugh at you a couple times, but every once in a while it's going to work.
Yeah,
So if the Colts were to, convert on that 4th down, everyone would be saying their rookie head coach, he's a mastermind.
Yeah.
He's courageous. Like, he doesn't care. But guess what? He didn't get it, and now all the reporters are going against him.
Yeah, I feel like it kind of sucks not converting on a 4th down. How far away were they? I think
it was 4th and 10.
the game.
But Andrew Luck made a bad throw. But in his defense, the Texans' defense was gassed. They were exhausted.
Yeah.
So why not?
Should we move on to our Dubs and L's? Okay.
Dubs and L's, baby. Week 3, Dubs and L's. I'll start off. I got a big dub for Bears fans as Mitch Trubisky, although we do crap on him a couple times, saying that he's mediocre at best, but he showed us what he can do at best. 6 touchdowns, 5 in the first half, 354 yards, no interceptions. I mean, have a day.
Okay. My dub doesn't really have to do with football, or sports in general, but the moth meme.
The moth meme.
I think it's great. I don't know. It's like, you know how moths are attracted to light?
Yeah.
And so it's just playing on that.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
So dumb.
Exactly.
So
but
dumb.
it's just so funny.
Another dub I got, John Gruden picks up his first win as the Raiders head coach this year. The Raiders, I mean, we touched on this a little bit, but the
Yeah.
Raiders, they look good. The Browns defense is actually pretty legit with Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, Jamie Collins, and I mean, they look pretty good. The Raiders aren't as bad as the record says. I think they're gonna catch a couple more wins coming down the road, but John Gruden, dub for you.
Maybe, but I don't know. My next dub is Kyrie Irving apologizing for saying that the Earth is flat.
Yeah,
And
I saw that.
He's quoted as saying, "I'm actually a smart-ass individual." Now, this is a dub for the fact that this puts an end to all of the people that say that the Earth is flat. It deflates all of their all of their energy because they had a celebrity, someone with a face that backed them up, but now it's just all downhill for them. There's just no coming back from it, and which is completely great.
I remember when he first came out by saying that, I was like, you know what? Maybe. This is Kyrie, you know?
I thought of it too, but then after a while, I was like, it's just idiotic to ever think that.
All right,
It's not 1700 anymore.
Another dub. Calvin Ridley, 2 more touchdowns to add on to his 3 for the first-round pick. He's looking legit. On his team, Julio Jones, without a touchdown. Calvin Ridley's hogging the end zone. It's fun to watch over in Atlanta, but they did blow the game this week against the Bengals. And Calvin Ridley, another stellar performance.
Mm-hmm. And my last dub is the Yankees having 265 home runs this year. And it proves that, once again, that they are the best team in baseball. Their record may not say it, but talent-wise, they are the best team in the league right now.
They'll definitely make a push in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Just got to get past that wild card game, so
Yeah.
pitching's a little shaky. But I got 2 more dubs for you. Le'Veon Bell comes back week 7. It's a dub for Steelers fans, even though they have been going through hell recently watching their team. Their secondary is atrocious. They are 1-2-1 with a tie to the Browns, a loss to the Ravens this week. I think the score was 26-14, and the Steelers lose again. But big dub for them as Le'Veon Bell is going to report back on the bye week 7. And one last dub I got for Mets fans this week. Watching David Wright retire, it was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ceremony for him. I'm a Mets fan, so I got choked up. I was smiling. I was laughing. I got all the emotions out in one night. It was great to watch.
I didn't think it was that monumentous of anything.
It was,
his daughter coming out and throwing the
Yeah.
first pitch was very cute. I like that.
Yeah.
That's always nice to see. But like, when did he leave? The 5th inning?
He left in like the 4th, 5th inning.
And that was just like,
Yeah, they should have just kept him.
yeah, not even that. I thought it was his call. Like, when I'm done.
Beat up, though.
Yeah.
He's so beat up. But it was just a great thing that the Mets did. His
Yeah.
speech after the game was a little poor. Could have been better. But during the game, seeing him cry in the field, seeing David Wright hang it up for one last time, play third base with Jose Reyes at shortstop, It was actually pretty special to watch.
I
So-
think that when he announced that he was going to retire, it was much
Yeah, that
more
was more
emotional
sad, yeah.
than the actual
Yeah.
retirement ceremony.
Yeah. All right, moving on to our L's. Start us off, man.
I have Sam Bradford being the 3rd-string quarterback.
To Mike Glennon. That's an L. That's a big L.
It's a big L. I like Sam Bradford.
First overall pick in the draft.
Yeah, I have a soft spot for first picks in the draft.
Yeah.
It stinks.
You have to root for him. It's good for the
Exactly,
league, guys like
exactly. And then he just doesn't pull through, and it's bad. It's horrible for him.
that. All right, I got an L. Seattle Seahawks safety Earl Thomas goes down and did not like the way he was treated beforehand by his coach and by the front office, because I guess he was looking for a contract negotiation or whatever. He had a holdout, but he played anyway. And as he's carted off the field, he looks towards the sideline and flips him the bird. It was zero respect for himself, zero respect for the organization.
It's horrible.
It was an L all around.
That's
Seahawks
horrible for
fans
the
who root
NFL.
for him. Seahawks fans who root for him are probably like, all
Yeah.
right, screw him.
Now, I had put Le'Veon Bell coming back on my L list only because it kind of proves everybody else right, that Le'Veon really shouldn't have to hold out. But at the same time, what happened with Earl Thomas just drives the point home that these guys don't deserve guaranteed money.
Yeah.
and he got hurt. It happens. It's
football.
part of the game, but it just sucks that he got hurt.
Mhm.
That's the point. But flipping the bird doesn't really enhance
Solve
it.
anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything to your argument. It just makes you look like an idiot and doesn't there's no validity to your point after that because it shows that you're acting like a baby. Like guaranteed money should not exist. It's a
Yeah.
fact. It's horrible for the NFL and it's just not good.
Guaranteed money in all of sports is terrible. We saw
Exactly.
with David Wright. David Wright, they gave him so much money. He literally played like one game, 5 innings. So, Tyler Eifert, I got an L for Tyler Eifert. That injury was absolutely gruesome. You see almost like the bone. He was wearing a sock, and the bone was pretty much like out. It was. If you don't like seeing that stuff, look away now.
Yeah.
Oh,
My next L is a big, big, big fat one to every Kobe fan, not just Laker fans, but to every Kobe fan that insists that Kobe Bryant is the heir to the throne of Magic in Lakerville. It's LeBron. LeBron is going to top Magic as the greatest Laker of all time, which is kind of debatable. But Kareem, Magic, whoever you think is the greatest, LeBron's going to triumph over them. It's without a doubt, and it just puts a rest to everybody that insists that Kobe Bryant is the second greatest of all time, if not the greatest of all time, because Kobe Bryant at the end of the day is Diet Michael Jordan. He is the Diet Pepsi, the Diet Coke to Michael Jordan's Coke, Pepsi, okay?
Yeah, no one likes
It's
that
the
stuff.
same thing. Exactly. No one likes it.
My mom does. Shout out, Mom.
My girlfriend likes it only because she's a diabetic. she can't drink regular soda. Shout out, Sydney. But anyway, it's just it doesn't work out. There's no validation to Kobe being anything but a mirror of Michael Jordan.
The ShopRite brand.
Exactly.
The ShopRite brand of Michael Jordan.
Exactly. And it just once again drives home that LeBron is now the third greatest Laker technically of all time.
He's the greatest Laker of all time. He's the greatest basketball player of all time.
Exactly.
He's
At the end of the
athlete
season,
of all time.
yeah.
He's the greatest everything of all time. He's the greatest human of all time. Moving forward, I got another L. Julio Jones, Odell Beckham Jr., both still without a touchdown. And we saw Odell a little bit have a tantrum on the sideline again. Like,
Yeah.
dude, all right, he's a great receiver, don't get me wrong, but he's got to get rid of these little mental breakdowns he's having on the sideline.
He does.
It's not good for his teammates. They see it, they think, oh, it's okay.
Exactly.
But it's not. You see it on TV, it's like, dude, what are you doing? Stop. You got paid. I know people say, oh, it's because he cares. Okay, you can care,
But not
but
that much.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to like cry on the sidelines.
Exactly.
Tom Brady cares. Look at him. You don't ever see him screaming on
Exactly.
the sidelines. But
No, we just see
know.
him dancing at practice.
I mean,
that's a great
That should
video.
have been an L too,
Yeah.
but that was.
To go off of that, I feel like to Odell's credit, he doesn't get the love that he deserves, but that's also because Eli cannot get him the ball. There's no time for him. And second, I don't know if you were watching the game, but Odell has this little route and Eli hits him with a dart. And he has 5 steps on there's only one person able to tackle him, and he's right on his hip. Odell stops and tries to cut back the other way, and it's just, why would you not just continue to run the sideline? The guy's the fastest receiver, if not the fastest player in the NFL, and his stupid little dancing and juke moves are just horrible. He's like Michael Jackson after Thriller. There's nothing but crap.
Yeah.
Just the catch. That's it. And it's cancerous to the Giants.
It really is.
It's horrible.
One last L for me. I got LaShawn McCoy and Saquon Barkley getting 10 carries apiece. How do you expect to win that way Saquon Barkley runs so hard.
Guy's legs are
I want to know what he
unstoppable.
averages. I'm not sure what his average is, but Saquon Barkley is an animal.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 4 yards
Yeah,
right now, which
yeah.
is a lot for a
That's
running back.
That's a tank. Yeah, but LaShawn McCoy on the other hand has zero offensive line, so I don't understand. I mean, the whole if you can't get the ground game going, to leave it in Josh Allen's hands is not. It's not a good thing. It's not what you want as a Bills coach. You do not want to leave the ball in Josh Allen's hands and have him win the game for you. Since he's young, he has zero weapons.
Yeah.
I think he has the worst lineman in the league.
After the Giants.
Branching off what I said about Baker Mayfield earlier, Baker Mayfield threw for 295 yards, and everyone was saying, like, okay, he had a good game, but guess what? He has the best line out of every rookie quarterback so far.
Yeah.
Josh Rosen has a terrible line. Sam Darnold has a terrible line. I wouldn't count Lamar Jackson quite yet because he hasn't started.
Yeah.
And Josh Allen has the worst line in the league.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would. If you're the first overall pick and you have a good line, you should be throwing 295 yards. 4 turnovers, I don't think so.
All right, I'm going to go a little fast with these two. I have 3 more. The Broncos / Case Keenum blowing the game. Case Keenum had, I can't remember who was wide open. Demaryius Thomas within, 7 yards of the goal line.
Definitely
And there was 16 seconds left in the game after he incompleted the pass. And it's just like, are you like, really, dude? The guy was wide open beyond belief.
Mm-hmm.
And next, the horse collar in the Giant game.
That was ridiculous.
It was a horrible call. Maybe not worthy of an L, but it had a minor effect on the game because the Giants would have gone into the second half down 9-7 rather than 12-7 because the Giants would have shut them down. The Giants' defense was on fire from the beginning of the game, and then after Eli kind of broke down after a while, the defense just kind of like subsided and like didn't really do anything.
What's good about, I mean, you said the horse collar was like a terrible call, obviously, but there was no roughing the passers this week.
Yeah.
Which I mean, at least I'm sure there was, but there was none that were like enough to talk about.
Yeah.
And it's good. It's good that that surely wasn't what we're talking about today.
Yeah.
So let's just have a recap because that's gonna wrap up our L's and dubs for the week. Let's have a week 3 recap. Honestly, crazy games. I'm so happy. I'm very happy that the Patriots. The Dolphins came to New England and the Patriots just stomped all over them.
Yep.
Back to reality for those fans.
Mm-hmm.
I've been saying since day one they've not played anybody scary yet. The Titans are good, and the Dolphins, just in my opinion, they're not a good team.
They're not worthy of anything.
I'm so happy Tom Brady stuck it to them.
Yeah.
Another game we got, like I said, the Eagles and Titans. So the Titans took a victory in that one. The Eagles do not look like themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually good to watch. You being a Giants fan, you gotta love seeing the Eagles lose.
I completely agree, but at the same time, I would much rather the Eagles win than the Cowboys win. Cowboy fans are the worst fans. Actually, wait, all right.
You say that because in school we have a lot of Cowboys fans.
Here is just the science of what happens at MetLife Stadium at a Giant game, okay? It's Giant fans. We're normal people, okay? We don't start fights.
You guys love Eli.
That's
why.
because Eli deserves all the love in the world, baby. You can't.
I don't love Eli at all.
Don't come here talking about Eli like that. Okay, but anyway, during the Eagle games and the Cowboy games, there are more fights than any games except the Seahawks. Seahawk fans are actually very, 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 very annoying.
Giants games get lit though.
But they're preseason games.
No, I'm saying every 4 years.
Oh yeah.
Those games are
But
fun.
now, Eagle fans are the worst because it's mostly younger people. They come into the stadium bombed beyond belief.
Phillies had every Philly team has such bad fans.
Exactly.
Such bad fans.
And they're just obnoxious to the
Yeah.
point of you need to stop,
Yeah.
relax, okay? You may be good, but at the end of the day, you're here, be respectful. Cowboy fans, on the other hand, are the worst because they think that they are a part of the best organization in football because the Cowboys are America's team, whatever. They have some sort of divine right to don a Cowboy jersey, when in reality, the only people that are wearing jerseys are old, like old old men who have maybe a what's his face jersey on. Who's the old quarterback? Troy Aikman, or younger people who only have Dak and Ezekiel Elliott jerseys on, who are the two of the most overrated players
No,
in the
Ezekiel
NFL.
Elliott isn't bad. Let's bring to that.
Okay.
Let's bring you to that game. Lions, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 152 yards, 6.1 average, 4 receptions, no touchdowns. But guess what? I think he, in my opinion, if I want one running back on my team in the entire league, I know people are going to say Todd Gurley, but no, I'm taking Ezekiel Elliott.
I just don't. I understand why everybody likes Zeke. He's great.
He's
But-
young. He's fun to watch. He's got the every first down.
That's annoying.
I love it. I love
Wait,
it.
did he? I get confused. He went to Ohio State, right?
Yeah.
I hate Ohio State. Okay.
I hate Michigan. So
I
Ohio
hate.
State.
I hate Ohio State and Alabama, but I do have a soft spot for Oklahoma. Those are the three big sports.
Oklahoma's
for
quarterback
college.
this year. is sick.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, moving forward, we got the Bucks and Bears. I know we touched on this a little bit with Mitch Trubisky throwing 5 touchdowns in one half. We saw Jameis Winston come in later in the game, and Jameis Winston is announced the Week 6 starter
Yep.
when they come back from the bye. You kind of expect that.
Yeah.
You expected that because Ryan Fitzpatrick simply did not have it. 48-10 was the final score there. I'm sorry, Bucks fans. False hope for the first couple weeks. But
I hope they go on and off with quarterbacks. Like, I want James to succeed because I do kind of like him.
yeah,
but
another first overall pick in the draft.
I
We got to
would-
root for those guys.
I would much rather Ryan Fitzpatrick start just because he's just so much more electric. And I think his head got a little too big, and now he just I don't know. I completely lost my train of thought.
All right, moving forward, let's go back to the Thursday night game.
Hold on a second. That's our live studio audience, by the way. It's okay, Emily. Don't worry about it.
Let's hear it live.
Yeah, let's hear it for
audience.
the studio audience. Yeah.
All
All right.
Thursday night game. The Rams and the Vikings, an absolute shootout. It was a quarterback battle the whole
Yeah.
time. Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff. Jared Goff, according to Max Kellerman, is part of the elite quarterback crew. I don't think so quite yet, but Sean McVay is perfect for Jared Goff. Offensive kind of coach, young. Let's take it back to when Jeff Fisher was coach. It was just not good for Jared Goff. Everything
No.
was bad. Apparently, he couldn't even throw a spiral in practice.
Nope.
So, Sean McVay obviously is perfect for Jared Goff, and Jared Goff looked pretty damn good Thursday night, but not quite elite yet. The Vikings, on the other hand, what's his name? Kirk Cousins. He looked good too. I mean,
Mhm.
he actually had a good game, but he's just not enough. And that game, I think Tom Brady or any of those kind of quarterbacks like Josh Allen, Sam Darnold, who don't quite have those weapons, they were probably kicking themselves in the foot and saying, "Why?" Like it was a car show. Put it this
Yeah.
way: the Rams had Bentleys, Maseratis, they had Lamborghinis,
Yeah.
and the Jets, the Bills, the Patriots, their wide receivers are more like a Toyota Corolla, a Honda Accord. Like those everyday life kind
They're
of receivers.
they're reliable, but
Yeah,
at the end of
it's
the day, you
not
don't want
good
you want
enough.
flashy.
You want
Yeah.
the Lamborghini. You want
Yeah.
the Rolls Royce. And the teams like that do not have that. But the Rams and Vikings are lucky
Yeah.
enough to say that they do.
Bengals
Bengals Falcons was a amazing game this week. It went down to the wire. A.J. Green coming up clutch. Andy Dalton has been beautiful this year. He has been amazing.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think that someone like Andy Dalton would actually succeed the way he is because, in my opinion, he's still a middle-of-the-pack kind of quarterback.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he had a great game.
Yeah.
So. Calvin Ridley, 2 touchdowns in the life.
Yeah. Should we go to baseball for a little bit?
Let's just finish up week 4 here.
Okay.
Seahawks Cardinals. Seahawks take the dub. We saw the middle finger obviously. Josh Rosen, 180 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Looked okay. Not great, not bad. No big mistakes. He looked okay.
How about the 49ers? They
put up a
fight, and I thought they were going to win the game.
I thought they were going to get blown out before.
Watching the game, I kind of drifted towards, oh my God, could these guys actually win? But then Phillip Rivers had to go and beat Phillip Rivers. And
Chargers beat the 49ers. I still don't think the Niners are going to win another game for the rest of the year.
Speaking of Phillip Rivers, I have the biggest hard-on for Phillip Rivers. I just cannot stand him. He's only because people say that he is the better quarterback compared to Eli, and it just pisses me off more than anything. And the worst part about it is that he does have more touchdowns than Eli because he's 6 on the list and Eli is 7, or is it 5 and 6? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not
but
sure
it's so annoying. Let's go to the Chiefs and Broncos game.
Chiefs and Broncos game was an amazing game to watch. So I was playing against Demaryius Thomas in fantasy last night, and I was up by 2 points. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna lose.
Yeah.
Last play of the game, one of the last plays of the game, I see Demaryius Thomas wide open, pretty much in the end zone, and Case Keenum misses it.
It was a long shot too. It was right over his head.
Yeah, not even close.
Eli does the same thing. Ball sail over receivers, and it just doesn't work out, and it's so annoying. I always felt that the Giants were the only team that plays like that happened to, but like now, like it wasn't, which is I feel so much more at ease.
All right, so that's gonna wrap up week 4. Let's move it over to MLB for a little bit. Playoffs start tonight with the Cubs taking on the Rockies in Wrigley. I got the Cubs in this one. I think the Cubs are actually going to dominate the Rockies. I think the Rockies are a good team, but the Cubs, top to bottom, overall better team. Rizzo with a bomb yesterday, but just wasn't quite enough to beat who did they play yesterday? Who did the Cubs play yesterday? It wasn't the Dodgers.
I'm not sure.
It was the Brewers. And speaking of the Brewers, Christian Yelich was just shy of the Triple Crown, which is rare in baseball. We saw it with Miguel Cabrera, I think it was 2012. Mm-hmm. And Christian Yelich is MVP by far this year. MLB is October baseball. There's nothing better. So
yeah,
the Yankees take on the Athletics tomorrow night.
Yep, it's going to be a good game.
And hopefully I'm taking the Athletics. I'm going on a limb here. The Yankees getting eliminated in the first game of the season, and the Yankees pitching is going to do them dirty. I know the Yankees got healthy at the right time, but their starting pitching is not enough.
Who's starting this game? I think that they should start Happ.
They should start
They
Happ.
should start Happ only because I think we said this before. Tanaka gives up the home run, and CC's unreliable right now. I love CC to death, but he's been playing like garbage.
Same with Severino, though. Severino is a hit or miss.
Yeah.
I mean, when he's a hit, he is a hit.
Exactly.
He is unbelievable. He's honestly the best pitcher in the American League. But when he's a miss, it's 10 runs, 7 runs, 8 runs for the opposing team, which just, I know the Yankees have a great offense, but it's so hard to come back from a game like that, especially in October. So,
speaking of pitching, let's move on to Jacob deGrom.
Jacob deGrom, Cy deGrom. He had one of the greatest seasons we've seen in the modern day era. I think he had a two-hit, 8-inning shutout, 2 hits.
8 inning, 2 hits,
Ks.
no runs, 10 strikeouts. But ESPN still has him
Scherzer?
as number 7.
When was that?
A couple days ago. I have
wow.
A couple days ago, I saw that he's number 7, on the Cy Young race list,
Wow.
and I thought that was idiotic. 'Cause
That is
the guy's the best pitcher in baseball right now.
That is
he
absolutely
is
blasphemous.
exactly.
ESPN should feel ashamed for that because Jacob deGrom, by far, pound for pound, #1 best pitcher in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's going to wrap up the baseball aspect of things. One last thing. Saturday night, Khabib, McGregor, they fight. The press conference is this Thursday. I'm so excited for this fight. McGregor's going to win. Who you got in that one?
McGregor.
McGregor's going to knock him out in the first round. Khabib has no boxing defense whatsoever.
Wait, they're boxing?
Well,
or?
it's an MMA fight,
Yeah.
but like in the MMA world, you gotta be able to box,
Oh
wrestle,
yeah, I understand. Yeah.
jiu-jitsu. But Khabib has no boxing defense, and I think McGregor knocks him out in the first round within 2 minutes.
All right.
So that's gonna wrap up episode number 3 of Guys Being Dudes. Kevin Hogan here with Mickey O'Brien. That was hot, baby. Be cool, my friends.
Traveling in a fight at Cumby on a hippie trailhead.